Hi, I was thinking a lot about the new year. Well, it's right around the corner, and so often we want to make New Year's resolutions, and one of them is a lot of people want to lose weight or start an exercise program. I've talked already a little bit about starting an exercise program. However, dieting is also something we really need to think about before jumping into a fad diet or totally changing the way you eat. Remember that your body is used to the way you eat now. If you go on a crash diet or completely change, if you end up coming off of that diet sooner than maybe you should, the metabolism in your body changes, and actually that's why we tend to gain more weight after a diet. So really what is really the best thing, if you can really think about this, is instead of going on a crash diet, decide what you can get rid of that's in your diet now that's not good and what you would replace it with. So for instance, if you drink, let's say you drink 2 sodas a day. Okay, what can you reasonably do without? And you could say, okay, I'm going to take 1 soda a day out. But what can I replace that with? Because you're going to want something to replace that with. If you can handle replacing it with water, that's great. Or another suggestion, if you need the caffeine, green tea. And if you still can't stand the green tea without a little bit of sweetener, I don't use imitation sweeteners. I just don't like to. So it's either honey or just a teaspoon of sugar. You're still dealing with a lot less calories than when you would with a whole soda. That's just one example. Another example is, and I did this, I love mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise, and when I would make a sandwich, I would put mayonnaise on both sides and I'd put a ton. So I knew that the mayonnaise wasn't a ton of calories, but it was something I knew I could get rid of, or some of it. So instead of getting rid of all of it, I just changed to using mayonnaise on one side of my sandwich. Then I put mustard on the other. Added something else to it. Changed the bread I was eating. No more white bread. A little bit of wheat bread in there or something with grains. So think about it and write it down before you decide your diet and say, okay, these are the things I eat that are not good for me, or drink or ingest that aren't good for me or have a lot of calories, and go, okay, what can I get rid of completely? And if you can't get rid of it completely, how do you cut down on it? Set yourself up to make it. And you do it slowly. You will still lose weight. If you're gaining weight right now, and you remember that even if you go to the point where you're not gaining weight anymore, that's an accomplishment. So you go from, if you're in a state where you're gaining weight and you seem to gain weight every year or throughout the weeks or months, and you stop gaining, that's an accomplishment in itself. And once you reach that, then you can work on losing. Don't ever sell yourself short. We need to start patting ourselves on the back for every little thing that is good. We don't always see the little accomplishments, even those are going to give us the big accomplishments. It's the little things along the way. So set yourself up to succeed. Take out what you can. Over time, if you continue to do that every other week, take something else out, replace it with something else that's good for you. Keep your diet round, proteins, and you need your grains and your vegetables and your fruits, and keep it round and keep it so that you can sustain it. These fad diets will work for sure. However, once you come off of them, and if you don't have a good maintenance plan, your metabolism has changed completely. If you go back to eating even similar to the way you ate, you're going to gain that weight back, or the majority of it back. Also, same with the workout program, and I already talked about that a little bit. Start out slow. Just remember that every little thing that you do is an accomplishment. So if you don't work out at all and you're adding, an hour and a half a week and working out that much, that's an accomplishment in itself. And you don't have to be in the gym 24/7. Again, if you do that and you can't sustain that, then your metabolism again is all of a sudden used to all this working out, and you just stop. That's how we gain weight, and that's how we go back to almost feeling like we don't succeed. So be easy on yourself. Start slow. Decide what you really truly can do. Make a note of it or put it on your refrigerator, whatever you need to do. But just start slow. And if you have any questions or you want to talk about it, please feel free to comment. I would love to hear your ideas or any questions, or I would be more than happy to provide suggestions on things to cut out and how to do it. And thank you.